2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Norwood Invitational is about to get underway.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be covering this featured group. We've got a fresh rivalry developing between these two players as well, so that should provide some great entertainment to the spectators this week.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yes, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence.
Yeah, that one will play. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up from about 130 yards out.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That should find the surface. This one's for birdie. Nah, that's a shame. Comes up shy.
I can't believe what I just saw there. It seems surreal. This is crazy.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Currently 1 under for the day. Teeing off here at the third hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Great looking shot this. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Whew, had a fair bit of pace on that one. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
This is on a stupendous line.
A bogey putt awaits.
Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. And with that, he's back to even overall.
And moving down the leaderboard as well. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Second shot here on the fourth. Oh, stop it. What a shot. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
And that's going to come up short.
I think they gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in.
Wondering if it was nerves that came into the equation there, being just one off the lead.
A spot in the top 10 on the line here if they can hold this.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Let's see what happens here at the fifth. Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Oh, this has been a ball striking clinic. Another green in regulation.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens in regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Oh, terrific. What an effort.
Putting early on has been less than stellar, but that one, that's more like it.
And that makes him tied for first. Time to tee off at the sixth. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Terrific shot, almost an eagle.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by 2 strokes.
We have a par 5 at this one.
That was absolutely murdered. Justin Thomas, major champion, world #1 player, really has all the attributes, doesn't he, Rich?
He does. His focus on his own game is amazing. I think that this kid really understands how to play the game. He's got all the shots, but he doesn't try and get up there and hit it as hard as he can every single time. He gets out there and he learns how to play the game, hit the finesse shots when you need it, take some risks when you need to, but also back off when you don't need to. This kid is a real deal, complete game from head to toe.
And Henny, what is she looking at here for this putt?
She's got to be careful this doesn't run away from her here. It's downhill.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Well struck.
What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Ha, that's a beauty. She'll be stoked.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now. And a quick glimpse of the leaderboard, and they're currently first, with Justin Thomas second.
Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4. That should find the fairway. Sitting at -4.
Currently in the lead.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Magical shot.
Almost a gimme birdie there, Luke. Fantastic.
That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field.
And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Well, Rich, this is the pivotal final 9 coming up, and the players perfectly positioned. They've given themselves a chance.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Second shot here at the 10th. Oh, well played. Here we are, Rich, a wonderful opportunity on the table. The chance to go back-to-back. Just how big would that be?
Obviously massive, but I'm very impressed. They've put themselves in a position to win for the 2nd week in a row. Impressive.
It's just about 3 feet away.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And that will take him to 6 under. Still in the lead now after that hole.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line.
Playing from 110 yards out.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's got momentum now. Just birdied the last hole.
Okay, time to return to the action. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. And that's 8 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. He sits in first position. Let's head to the 12th hole, shall we? choosing the 9-iron here.
Wow, very aggressive play on this approach, putting some pressure on their rival, Brooke Henderson.
A birdie putt awaits.
Ooh, nice line.
What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Now 8 shots in front. Let's see what happens here on the 13th hole, shall we?
Nice birdie back there. On to the next.
That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
You can get great connection on this one. The rough's not going to cause any trouble. It's sitting good. Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
This putt is about 10 feet from the hole. Fair effort that. Good birdie.
Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Second shot here on the 14th. Terrific shot, and a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
This putt about 11 feet in distance. That's inside the range. Big putt for par coming up.
Well, it's a great view on the leaderboard, sitting in top spot, but Justin Thomas is second.
And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
And yet another putt drops, so now 10 under par heading down the stretch.
And nice to have that cushion heading down the last few holes.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done. Pretty good shot there.
From around 170 yards here. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup. This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
The putt drops, and we're moving on.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
How much do you trust your swing? Go for it, and only 327. Lay up. Bunkers right, water left.
That's some good golf right there. Second shot here on the 17th.
Ooh. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
This putt coming up is for birdie. And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead.
What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Look like this one's heading to the beach. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Well, what a lovely position to be in, holding the lead, playing the last. Good luck. Well, this should find the short grass. This shot here from about 240 yards. Going with a 3-wood here.
This is looking pretty good in the air.
That should set up another chance.
This putt for him to win the event.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Oh, so close. All right, let's see if they can compose themselves and knock this one in to claim the title. Not the end of the world. There's another chance here to... And they've done it. It puts a smile on your face to see someone live a lifelong dream.
Backing up the Brinks truck once again this week. Filling it up.
Moments like that deserve another look.
This is impressive. To win out here on tour is a big deal, but to go back-to-back, Rich, how significant is that?
Luke, winning once on the PGA Tour is difficult enough. To win back-to-back weeks, that's reserved for just the top players in the game.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beem, and all the hard-working folks at HP Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is about to start.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beem in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of 2 players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Colin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but could create some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Colin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, he's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right. Iron play as good as Tiger Woods in his prime. The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Colin is his mindset. He's got a 40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning at a decent rate of knots.
Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
He finds himself in a share of the lead. Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yeah, it's par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
Opting for the 3-wood.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 24 feet from the cup.
That was a gallant attempt. This putt is from 14 feet.
This for a birdie run.
That putt ends up just short of the hole.
It's a lot slower going up the hill than what this player read.
That's a tough one to swallow. A 3-putt par in the end.
Currently 1 under for the event. The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it, as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Oh, that's frustrating. Putting for par.
So far, so good.
Yeah, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Currently 1 under for the round. TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the 4th hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
Great shot. What kind of
Up here from about 170 yards.
Going with the 7. Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green. A lot on the line here. This putt for a share of top spot. Yes, they've made it. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
Let's take a look at Colin Morikawa.
Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Rich, the 5th is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction. So driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
They have absolutely flushed that one. Colin Morikawa, he was meant to be the original and best approach player, but I think we have a new sheriff in town.
Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to the screen. It's fairly flat, but finding it in 2, well, that's a tall order.
Atta boy, good shot. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
By my estimation, he's got around 170 here.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently in 5th place.
Well, there's the line, the greenside bunker. Can they get this one up and down?
And back to the course with the live action. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And that will take him to 4 under. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5's a lovely hole.
There are 2 menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Rich, New Orleans, or should I say New Orleans. How good is it here to be on the bayou? This is a special week. It's a great eating week and a real festival atmosphere.
It is, and it's hosted on a golf course that provides plenty of fireworks as well. What a cool design this is. It's wide open off the tee, but then the greens are minuscule in size, and they have these little runoff areas where it doesn't look like you're going to be in much trouble, but you start missing a couple of greens in a row, and you start getting these head scratching. Well, do I bump it in there? Do I flop it on the green? Do I take it low, high, medium, bump it into the... I mean, you have so many different ways of playing shots around these greens that you can outthink yourself. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these players, is that usually you have one option when you miss the green. Here, you got a whole lot of them. So this golf course grabs your attention, especially around the greens, which makes it quite difficult for a lot of these players.
Leading by 4 strokes after that one. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot. If you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, you're not going to have much more than a flipped sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
Oh, this one's right down the pipe. Well, that's well played into birdie range here at the 8th. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that. And that will move him to 6 under par.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary? Starting to look really good.
That's a lovely speed on that putt. So close to the hole.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes. Opting for the hybrid, I think.
And hitting yet another green here today.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Lining up the birdie putt here. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And that will take him to 7 under. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Well, after 9, so far so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of their games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
Nicely done. Time for the second shot at the 10th. That's a pretty handy shot. Well, that's well played and sets up a good birdie look here at the 10th.
Gotta like their chances from there.
And it certainly makes putting easier, doesn't it? And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play.
And with that hole finished, they're currently in the lead, with Brooke Henderson following in second.
The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're starting it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Wow, what a save. And that'll promote a good move up the standings.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
Putting for birdie here. Oh, so close.
And that should secure the par on this one. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back 9. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy cornered to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
Not bad.
And he's down there.
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say.
Well, this one's going right at the flag. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
Putting for birdie. Good-looking putt. Well, would have been nice to get the birdie, but a par never hurts.
Just a short putt remaining here.
He's currently sitting in first place. Reached the 13th as a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up from about 100 yards. What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently in 4th place.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity.
This is their look at birdie.
Just didn't drop. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Oh, unlucky there. Had hoped the flag would have helped them. Just 3 feet to the cup. That's annoying. You should make that. Well, that's disappointing. This putt's for double. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
Let's return to live play now. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. And that's for birdie. Well holed. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Still in the lead now after that hole. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either. A par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. And the green, once again, it's got some movement into high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. And the pin's all the way back. Good luck making 4.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. Outstanding shot. High quality. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Ouch, that hurts. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. Now 7 strokes up after that hole.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
Well, as we approach the final holes here at TPC Louisiana, the short par 4 16, Rich, it's a good one, but also a challenging one.
Only the brave will take driver out on this short hole. Long irons, hybrids, fairway woods down the left-hand side is just fine.
A tidy looking shot, that one. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? 6 feet remaining to the cup. I like the look of this. An opportunity to make their par. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. If you want to win at TPC Louisiana, you've got to hit a couple of very important shots late. The tee shot here at 17, Rich, is one of them.
A tee shot that no player likes to face. Water all the way down the left-hand side. The bailout zone out to the right falls away from the green. No fun whatsoever.
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And that will take him to 8 under. And with that hole behind us, they're currently in the lead with Tiger Woods in second place. The closing hole at TPC Louisiana has water all the way down the right, Rich, but that's not its only issue.
Bailing out to the left, you'll find some menacing bunkers that you want no part of. However, if you find the fairway, going for it in 2 will be very tempting.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
And he can win the event here if he can hold this putt. Don't sweat that last opportunity. This is another one to knock it in and win the tournament. Okay, so luckily they've got another chance to get the win. Rich, it's time you and I went down to Bourbon Street because we've just crowned our Zurich Classic in New Orleans champion.
This player taking a big bite out of the Big Easy with this win at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans.
Well, they came, they saw, and they conquered. They took down a fierce rival, and that's a victory they should be proud of, Henny.
Oh, absolutely. They silenced the giant today. They got the job done against the odds. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Wells Fargo Championship is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I am very pleased to be covering this particular featured group because there's a fresh rivalry developing. I smell rivalry in the air. It's going to provide some great entertainment to both the spectators and us this week.
Yeah, so this week their goal is to beat Jon Rahm. Henny, that is by no means an easy feat.
No, if Jon Rahm is fired up, sparks could fly, you want to be out of the way, and he's just going to go straight through like a Spanish bull.
Yes, he's fire and brimstone, isn't he, Jon Rahm? All the Americans couldn't beat him in a Ryder Cup. This player, well, it's an ambitious rivalry to say the least.